Okay, so I want you to take one of your color map pencils, and I want you to color on the inside of the two lines. So hopefully what you would color would look like this. What's another word for inside?
Interior.
Interior, excellent. So this is the interior. Uh-huh. And on your foldable right here, look, you're going to write interior inside. Right here. On the top right-hand corner, you're going to write interior inside. And then in the other color, you're going to shade the, what would it be called? Exterior, very good.
Outside.
So in the other color, you're going to color the exterior. Okay, you're going to do that right underneath interior. You're going to write exterior, which means outside. Okay, I want you to notice up here that there's blue lines. Everybody see the blue lines? Okay, technically there's nothing about the blue lines. But I'm going to be using blue lines so that you can help start visualizing what these are and how to solve them. Okay? So the blue lines are very important. But there's another line in there. Okay, this other line I'm going to use as a red line. Right here. This red line is called a transversal. It's written right here on your worksheet. Okay, you're going to write that down here on your foldable. Transversal. A transversal is a line that goes through two or more lines. Okay? Transversal, you write that all right here in this bottom corner. Transversal is a line that goes through two or more lines. On all the examples I do today, I'm going to be writing the transversal in red. Okay? Because what we're doing today is I'm trying to help you visualize and break apart the pieces that we need to know. Alright, so now down at the bottom, it asks for you to do things like name the transversal. Okay, so here's our picture, and I just need to name the transversal. What's a transversal again?
Transversal is a line that goes through two or more lines.
Good. So if I'm looking at this one, what one line goes through at least two lines? T. Very good. T is my transversal. Oops. Okay, so on this picture right here, notice there's a whole bunch of lines. Technically, every single one of those lines are a transversal. Because line P goes through two lines, doesn't it? And line Q goes through two lines. And N goes through two lines. And L goes through two lines. So technically, all of those lines are transversals. Okay? But when we're working a problem, I'm not going to use all of that to answer the question. So what they want me to do first is they want me to look at 9 and 13. So here's angle 9 right here. And angle 13 right here. So I need to know which transversal to use. What one line touches both 9 and 13? Q. That means that Q is my transversal. Okay? Which lines do you think would be my blue lines?
N and L.
N and L. These are going to be your blue lines. Right? And that means that all this stuff over here, I don't need to look at.
What's the blue stand for?
The blue are just two lines that go through the transversal. What is the what?
What's the green?
The green is just the angles we're looking at. Okay? Good question. So I want you to look at the next one, 5 and 14. Just on your paper, don't call it out. 5 and 14. Let's look at 5 and 14. Okay, now tell me what one line touches both 5 and 14. L. So this is my transversal line right here. That's all they're asking for in the question right now. Which lines do you think would be my blue lines? P and Q, those are the two lines that go through your transversal, right? And that means that all this stuff up here goes away. Yeah, but Miss Lindsay, that looks different than the last problem, doesn't it? Good, turn your paper to where it looks like the other problem if that's hard for you. You're not changing the problem by turning your paper, are you? Okay, you're not changing the problem, you're just looking at it from a different angle. That's okay. The main point is to make sure you know which line is your transversal, what one line touches both of those angles, and then the other two lines are going to be your blue lines. Okay? Try 4 and 6. Look at your paper. 4 and 6. In your head, not out of your mouth, tell me what one line do you think is your transversal in your head, and what lines would be the blue lines? In your head, I don't want to hear it. What one line, okay, now I want to hear it. What one line is your transversal? P. It's the one line that touches both of those green angles, right? So which ones would be my blue lines? N and L. So my transversal is P. And that means that all this stuff over here, I don't care about. Do you see how I'm narrowing down the problems where I'm not looking at everything? Okay, so now it wants us to look at 1 and 5. 1 and 5. Same process. First I need to know what one line goes through 1 and 5. P. It's the one line that touches both of those, right? So my transversal is P. But here, they're asking me to actually make some other thoughts. So this is my red line. Which ones are my blue lines? N and L. It also means that I can get rid of all this stuff over here. Right? Now my question is, are those two angles inside or outside? You just shaded a picture with inside and outside, didn't you? So look at your picture and tell me, are angle 1 and angle 5 inside the blue lines, outside the blue lines, or one of each?
One of each.
One of each. Very good. So right here, 4, 3, 5, and 6 are inside angles. And then 1, 2, 8, and 7 are outside angles. I have one of each. That means they are not interior angles, and they are not exterior angles. What we're going to call them is corresponding. So on the bottom right-hand corner of your foldable, I want you to write the word corresponding. Bottom left-hand corner. You're writing corresponding. It means I have an angle 1 inside, 1 outside. And the part that we haven't really talked about, but you'll understand here in a little bit, is that they are on the same side of the transversal. Okay, so you're on the bottom left-hand corner right here. Corresponding means one side, one's inside, one's outside, and they're on the same side of the transversal. Now, the other thing I want you to think about is this. On this one, if I take a pair of scissors and I cut this picture right here, and I slide 5, 6, 7, 8, those angles, if I slide them up, would 1 and 5 sit on top of each other? Yes, that's corresponding. When you can slide the angles and they sit one on top of the other, that's corresponding. Okay? I want you to now try, so these are corresponding angles. And now I want you to do 6 and 14. We're going to look at 6 and 14. Okay, well, one line touches 6 and 14.
L.
L is my transversal. Where would my blue lines go?
P.
P and Q. Okay, that also means that all this stuff up here goes away. I don't have to look at it, just to cover it up. And for those of you who have a hard time covering it up, take a sticky note and literally cover it up on your paper so you don't even see it. Okay? So now I have these. Are these two green angles on the inside of the blue lines, or on the outside of the blue lines, or one of each?
Outside.
So are they on the inside?
Yes.
All in here? All in here?
One of each.
I have one on the outside, don't I?
Oh.
So I have one on the outside. I have one on the inside. Question, are they on the same side of the red line? Are they above the red line or below the red line? They're both above? Then it's corresponding. So my transversal, we said, is L. And these will also be corresponding angles.
So they're only interior one side of the compromise.
We're going to talk about it. We're getting there. Just hang tight. Okay? Try number 6. 2 and 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. What one line touches both 2 and 8 is P. Right? Where would my blue lines go? N and L. That means I can get rid of all this stuff over here. Right? So my question is, are they on the inside of the blue lines or on the outside? Good. Those are exterior angles. My next question is, are they on the same side of the transversal or different?
Different.
Good. Different is called alternate. Okay, so alternate means on different sides. So 2 and 8 are on different sides. They're outside of the blue lines because these right here, because these angles right here are interior. So those are exterior, alternate exterior. Now try 3 and 11. Okay, so we're looking at 3 and 11. N is the line that touches both. So which lines would be my blue lines? P and Q. And that means that all this stuff down here can go away. Alternate. Mm-hmm. So right here, are the green ones inside the blue lines? In here? These are inside. Are they inside? One of them is. Are they outside? One of them is. Are they on the same side of the red line?
Yes.
So what are they called?
Interior.
What are they called? Corresponding. One inside, one outside. Okay, so we're looking at 12 and 3, number 8. What one line touches both 12 and 3? N. So where would my blue lines be? That's these two lines here. That means I can get rid of all this stuff down here. Are they inside the blue lines or outside the blue lines?
Inside.
So these are interior angles. Are they on the same side of the transversal or different? Oh, so are they alternate?
No, they're
No.
same side.
Good. Same side is called consecutive. Okay? Consecutive. That means they're on the same side of the transversal. This goes in the middle of your foldable. Okay? What one line touches 4 and 6? P, this line right here. What would be my blue lines? N and L. Very good. That means that all of these over here can go away. Everybody agree? Are they inside, interior, or exterior? Are they inside the blue lines
Interior.
or outside the blue lines? They're inside the blue line, so these are going to be interior. But interior can't go by itself. It either has to be alternate or consecutive. So we're on the same side of the red line or different? Alternate. Very good. So these are alternate interior angles. Try 6 and 16. What one line touches 6 and 16?
L.
L. So where would my blue lines go? And then I can get rid of all of this stuff up here, right? So are they on the inside or outside? Inside, so they are interior. Are they on the same side of the red line or different? Different, so they are alternate interior angles. Okay, 11 and 14. 11 and 14. One red line is